Imagine walking across the Earth, believing we understand its secrets, when in truth, we've barely scratched the surface. We've mapped the stars, split the atom, even sent humans to the moon. Yet, right here on our planet, there exist discoveries that leave even our brightest scientists speechless, artifacts that shouldn't exist, structures that defy engineering, and objects so strange they feel like messages left behind by another intelligence. Tonight, we'll uncover 6 of the most mysterious discoveries scientists still can't explain. And I promise you, by the end, you'll question everything you thought you knew about human history. Our first mystery takes us to Yale University, where behind glass rests a book unlike any other, the Voynich Manuscript. A 600-year-old volume, written in a language no one can read. Its pages overflow with strange illustrations, plants that don't exist, stars arranged in unknown patterns, and naked women bathing in emerald green pools. Over a century, cryptographers, AI models, even codebreakers from the US military have tried to decipher it. But not a single word has been translated. What makes it even stranger is the structure. The script isn't random. It follows rules, rhythms, and patterns like a real language. But it's a language spoken by no one. Is it the lost knowledge of an ancient civilization, a medieval prank that went too far, or a message deliberately encrypted, meant only for someone or something not of this world? In 1901, sponge divers off the coast of Greece stumbled upon a Roman shipwreck. Among coins and statues, they pulled out a lump of corroded bronze. At first, it looked worthless, until cleaning revealed gears. Real gears interlocked like a watch. This device became known as the Antikythera Mechanism. Over 2,000 years old, it could predict eclipses, track the movements of the planets, and map the moon's cycles. In other words, it was the world's first computer. Here's the mystery. Nothing of this sophistication would appear again for another 1,000 years. So who built it? Where did the knowledge come from? And what other advanced technologies might have been lost forever beneath the waves of history? In 2011, a Swedish diving crew scanning the bottom of the Baltic Sea picked up something unusual on sonar. It was massive, nearly 60 meters wide, and perfectly circular. At first, they thought it was a shipwreck. But ships don't form flawless geometry. When divers went down, the mystery deepened. Their lights flickered, compasses spun, radios went silent. One diver fainted, and others said the silence of the ocean felt unnatural, like the sea itself was holding its breath. The object looked like a staircase carved into rock, leading into darkness. Experts dismissed it as a natural formation, but natural formations don't disrupt electronics, and they certainly don't look like UFOs resting on the seafloor. To this day, it still lies there, untouched, waiting. High in the Andes of Peru lies a wall that shouldn't exist. Sacsayhuamán. Built by the Inca centuries ago, it's made of stones the size of cars, some heavier than an airplane. Yet they're cut and fit so perfectly, not even a razor blade can slide between them. There's no mortar, no cement, just pure stone, locked like a puzzle. Modern engineers would need cranes, lasers, and advanced tools to achieve this. But the Inca? They had none of that. They carved with stone hammers they carried with human hands. So how is it that their wall still stands today, unmoved by centuries of devastating earthquakes? Nearby buildings collapsed into rubble, yet Sacsayhuamán remains unbroken. It is as if it was designed with knowledge beyond its time, knowledge we may never understand. Deep in Siberia, hidden by endless forest, rises a structure locals call the Fire Eagle's Nest. It's a cone-shaped mound over 40 meters tall, made entirely of stone. At the top, a smooth dome sits like a lid on a sealed container. The ground around it is scorched, littered with limestone fragments, as if something exploded long ago. But there are no volcanoes here, no asteroid impact, no geological explanation. Even stranger, animals avoid the place entirely. Birds don't nest here. Wolves won't hunt here. Hunters say the forest grows twisted, and compasses go wild. Attempts to drill into it fail. Equipment breaks, signals die, and researchers feel sick, as if the Earth itself rejects them. Some say it hides a buried object. Others whisper, it's alive. In the deserts of China, near a dried-up salt lake, stand mountains with something impossible inside. Pipes, metal pipes, embedded deep into solid rock. Some stretch into the mountain itself, Others lead straight down into the earth. When tested, they were dated to 150,000 years old, long before humans had cities, tools, or even writing. Yet the pipes form networks, some welded with heat, others branching like a modern plumbing system. The material is a mix of metals not naturally found together. China's official explanation? Fossilized tree roots. But roots don't form cylinders. They don't weld with fire. And they don't create plumbing that looks engineered. So who built them? And for what purpose? Discovered in Iraq in the 1930s, a clay jar dating back 2,000 years held something strange inside. A copper cylinder and an iron rod. When reconstructed, it produced a weak electric charge. This was the Baghdad battery. But why would ancient people need electricity? Some suggest it was used for electroplating gold onto silver. Others think it was a primitive medical device. Still others whisper, was it evidence of knowledge passed down from something far older? In Texas, 1936, a couple found a rock with wood sticking out of it. And when split open, inside was a hammer. A hammer with an iron head fused into 400-million-year-old rock. The hammer's metal was pure iron, unlike anything produced in modern times. How did a tool that shouldn't exist end up sealed in stone, older than dinosaurs? Across Mexico and Central America, crystal skulls carved from pure quartz have been discovered. Their precision is flawless, smooth and polished beyond modern methods. But the mystery is their age. Quartz this hard should take centuries to carve. Yet these skulls appear thousands of years old. Were they ceremonial objects, or relics of a technology we don't understand? Legends claim they hold knowledge from lost civilizations, or even extraterrestrial origins. Hidden in Costa Rica's jungles are giant stone spheres, perfectly round, some weighing over 15 tons. No tool marks explain how they were shaped. No records reveal their purpose. Were they markers of power, or messages meant to last for eternity? From mysterious manuscripts to lost machines, from unbreakable walls to impossible artifacts, these discoveries remain unsolved. Each one whispers the same haunting question. Do we really know our own history? Maybe civilization isn't a straight line from primitive to advanced. Maybe it's a cycle, where knowledge rises, then vanishes, leaving behind only fragments that puzzle us today. And perhaps the greatest mystery of all is not what we found, but what still lies hidden, waiting for us to uncover.